Um, Okay. Well, I've said this many times. It's never easy to go on a road win anywhere in college basketball, in particular against good teams. And Marshall's a very good team. They can really score at basketball. And after just playing them the night before last and coming up here and getting down a little bit the first half, our guys showed a lot of grit and a lot of character. And I thought I had my best effort togetherness in that second half that I've had. I don't always show in the scoring, but I felt like we were really connected. We weren't concerned about the 8 points at halftime because we had at halftime there was 10 turnovers. They scored 10 points in transition, and we had 2 bonehead plays. We give up threes. That last second 3 before halftime, you just can't let them throw up there and make a shot. And we had 1 off a free throw, just threw it up there. So it was 6 points mistakes we had, and we give up 10 in transition. So we knew make up that a little bit. Let's try to get the free throw line a little bit more efficient in the second half, and cut down on turnovers. And I think those things we did. And we had 5 turnovers second half. We got the free throw line 10 times and made 9 of them. Those are 2 huge stats. And I thought the zone was good for us. And a lot of people will say, man, I use zone a team that shoots it. Well, sometimes, you can take some teams out of their screening actions and all that. They're a little easier to get in front of you. In the second half, I think they went 2 for 17 from that 3-point line. And that's shooting sometimes. When 3-point teams that shoot a lot of threes, when they make them, they're hard to beat. Some nights it's going to go in, some nights it's not. And we were fortunate second half too. They didn't make as many of them, but I'm awful proud of the way our guys stepped up and played. And we had great depth off that bench. I thought Cooper gave us 20 minutes, was very good. Hit a big 3, but defensively was good. Rawls was very good for us. And just having Luke's ability out there when we went small in that little stretch, when we spurted a little bit, we were small. And I thought that was a little adjustment that they hadn't seen and allowed us to get the ball into Charles a little bit because they had to stretch out and guard Cooper out there at that foul line. And the other thing was Carson was big. Carson stepped up and made those shots, and him and Bassie were huge.
Questions?
Coach Jared with the Daily News here.
Jared,
you guys.
you take your mask off. You at home by yourself, or you here?
No,
Oh,
I'm
you
here.
here?
Yeah,
Okay.
You trying to get me in trouble?
Hey, get you fined too. Y'all can pay the fines just like we can.
I don't make as much as you, but
I hear you.
you guys are able to do something this weekend that you haven't in the first 2 weekends of league play, and that's sweep a team. How important is that in trying to separate yourself from the rest of the pack here? And, especially against a team like Marshall that's expected to be one of the better teams in the league.
Well, Jared, we don't want to lose any games. That's number one. But, it's very obvious. There's situations that we weren't at our best. After Christmas, going right in and playing Charlotte, that was just a bad situation to get thrown into. Bassie hadn't practiced for 2 weeks. We hadn't played. Kids went home for 5 days for Christmas, and we weren't our team up there, as you well know, at all. So that's a situation. In the second one, you win the first one against Louisiana Tech. Our learning curve's got to be, we got to find a way to win that next one. And our guys have to understand, first one, second one, where you win the first one or lose it, we're everybody's Super Bowl right now, whether it's the second game or not. And when you win the first one, it's tough enough playing that second one without being the Super Bowl. And I didn't think, it's very obvious we didn't play our best in that situation. But again, hopefully you can learn from those situations. It's very obvious we went on the road this time in a second swing. Yes, we changed venues, same team, but we were a different team, particularly the second half when you got to be good on the road.
Coach, on Friday, it was Marshall that came out in the second half and scored like 20 points in 8 minutes, but this time it was you all. So, what was your message coming out of the half that led to that? Well,
again, we give up a bonehead 3 at halftime. Should have been 5. Shouldn't even been that. It's just bad bonehead plays. I'll take responsibility for them. You can't have those kind. And like I said, there was 6 of those points like that in that game. They're going to make some threes, but we can't give the bonehead threes. There were 6 points off that, and we had too many turnovers. That's number one. That was the number one message. Number 2 message, we got to cut out on turnovers. And we're going to start making shots. Shooters keep shooting. We found Carson in some mismatches, where they were guarding some things. And we went to him 2 or 3 times in a row. And Charles, I've said all along, I have confidence in these guys. We hadn't shot a lot until the last couple games. But the way people have started playing us, we got to get them out of that paint some. Open up that middle third of that floor a little bit. And that makes us much more difficult to defend. And again, I have confidence in both Charles and Carson making those shots. And the most important thing, stay together. It's 20 more minutes. Marshall will let you back in it. They're going to keep firing up threes. Just stay together. It's win this first 4 minutes. It's always critical when you're on the road and when you're down. Win the first 4 minutes. And we won that first 4 minutes.
Coach Sherd with the Daily News. You mentioned Kenny Cooper. He didn't play last weekend. He's kind of taken on a new role this weekend and some limited, a little bit fewer minutes. But he's made a couple of really big shots for you guys. He hit a 3 after Luke back on Friday to put you guys up and kind of extend that lead for you guys. And then he hits the one that gives you guys the lead and you never trail after that. How have you seen him kind of respond to that, the new role that he's in?
He's responded well to it. We didn't have him at Louisiana Tech series now. Just having his experience and his toughness out there makes a huge difference. In particular, since he had started the previous 10 or 12 games, whatever it was. When you change roles like that, it was a new adjustment for Davion having to start, not physically, but mentally. And it was a hard situation to put him in, and he's responded well to us. But we need Cooper. We got to have that second point guard where it's him or Davey being in there. And I got confidence in both these guys, and both of them can do different things. And we need a guy like Cooper stepping up, making a shot, because you all know every shot we can make from our 1s, 2s, and 3s. That's huge. That's an area we just need a few more baskets from. And I think we've gotten better in a couple of little things we've done differently in this series. Even I think it's helped our post guys. We gotta take advantage of the way people have been guarding us in that perimeter, and I think it helped us in some areas in these last 2 games. I think it's something we can build on.
Coach, you talked on it a little bit, but what exactly went into the decision to put out that smaller lineup late in the second half?
Sometimes it's just a feel. It's a feel, and I want to make sure let's keep getting that ball to Bassey inside too. And we went small we had our most skilled lineup in there with Rawls and Luke. Those guys in there together gives you skills. Guys have ability to make shots, but more importantly, they're good passers. And I thought just the ability of them guarding Luke out there as a 4 and guarding Rawls, I thought it spread that post out a little bit. I thought we were able to pass that thing in there to Charles a little bit more efficiently. And then I think we were able to go back the other end. I don't know how many possessions there were yet, but we played zone against a team that can really shoot it. And whatever possessions it was, it helped us because they fired it up there. And again, I don't know what the stats were yet, but I know it helped us. We had a small lineup in there. It kept them off the free throw line. That's a huge stat again. The second half, they go 4 for 5. 4 for 5. We go 9 for 10. How about that last call, guys? You guys were watching it. I've heard everything. Who was it off of?
The Marshall guy. It was off of him.
Didn't y'all tell the referees? Everybody's seen it, but the 3 most important people.
Well, I was gonna ask,
how do you not sit on a review? I haven't seen it yet. Is it obvious on the review, or is it 50?
It was obvious.
How do you miss it then? I don't understand it, but hey, it don't matter. It don't matter. We got the W.
Any other questions?
How many's that in the roll now? How many's that up here? You won 4 out of 5 here? 4 out of 5? I mean, at home. Put it out there. Figure it out. Figure that stat out. I mean, the row is against these guys. I know they always popping off.
5 in a row. 5 in a row.
5 in a row? Okay. Anything else?
do you see, this is the first week